Sooners will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Sun Devils offense will have the football first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He makes the grab. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. So Oklahoma's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Robinson.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Takes the handoff and he's going right. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the ground to try to move the chains. And from this angle, I don't think he got the 1st down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. They kick it away on 4th down. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Oh, he's got some space. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. The Sun Devils, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Oh, better look out! And he showed himself to be a regular Spinderella, but not a lot of room to run.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly to the tight end. Smashes through the tackle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
It's a really nice job making the play. And you think about all the success they've had with Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray in recent years. But a big reason why those guys had success was they had big-time players on the perimeter getting open and making plays, too. It wasn't just all the quarterback position. They brought in some big-time recruits from high school at the receiver spot. This guy's no different. He has a chance to be the next great senior receiver.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. There he goes. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
So many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
Up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Lost a throw on first down. Got his man quickly. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State! How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I'll tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread, don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Thorne. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Making side adjustments here. The toss to the outside. Breaks into the open. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old, great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. And a guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards. And it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around again.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
A lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies into the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speeds to the football. Had a little bit of success.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown Sooners.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Missouri is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ole Miss. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Looking downfield on first down. On target to the left. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He's got his man. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He unleashed that one, some serious spin rate, some revolutions on that one.
You want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent this kid has? I love watching him throw these curl routes. He's in rhythm, he takes his steps, and man, when he decides to pull the trigger, watch out.
Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Sun Devils! for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Finds a little space. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's going to fire deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
The offense is trying to put the defense on their heels. On the second play of the drive, they completed a big one. And on the third play, they take another shot. Didn't come up with that one, but wouldn't surprise me if they tried again here.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard it.
He's knocked down at the 33, and that's short of the line to gain, and let's see what they do on fourth down. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful back. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far, and it's been a hard-fought battle today. Two teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the Celebrating a well-earned victory today.
And the Sun Devils will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Sooners will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. The give to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, they're after him. Back open in the middle. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Sun Devils send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Out of the gun, the running back has it. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The Sooners can really attack on this second and short. They'll leave it with him. Runs for the tackle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Takes a handoff. It's Everett. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Right back to the well. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Man, this tight end, he's a weapon. We've seen it, right? He can get downfield. He can make plays vertically in the passing game. So this defense was aware of that. Nice job in coverage swatting that one away.
A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on third down. It's complete to the right. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers.
Turning it off! That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Makes the catch. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open. Who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the G.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Stanford is putting on quite a fireworks show today, and they're loving every minute of this one right now on the farm. They're up 14 over NC State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
To the air on 2nd down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He'll go to the sneak. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The give on the option. Oh, he's got some space. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of 1st downs, and here they come again. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Breaks the tackle. He steps out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock as they go to work in the red zone. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And you just got to know the situation of the game. So after that incompletion now setting up 3rd down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up 4th down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that is a back-breaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
To give as they work on that clock. Gets it past the marker. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more